Hey there guys, someone asked me to show a example turn 1 farm clear on Whisper Bahamut. So we're going to be doing I'm going to be showing the team that I'm using to kill this on turn 1 with a full bonus team, not including the brand new units. So this is just all Final Fantasy 7, they're all high EX level. The near units are bonus as well, but the near units aren't as much of a bonus, so I'm not using them. I'm just using full Final Fantasy 7, and we're going to be OTKing Whisper Bahamut on turn 1 with this party. So I'm going to show you the way I'm doing it, killing it on turn 1. And if you can't kill it on turn 1, definitely go to turn 2. Don't sweat it. But for those of you that do have good gear and good units, here's an example turn 1 farming team so you can get your materials and get Vision World all crafted. So we're going to use the Breaker Materia Dark Breaker on one of your debuffer units. Rufus does have the debuffer tag. That's going to be a 130 Dark Imperil and an 85 Break. We're going to do a Water Imperil from an Esper. So Shiva, with the Imperil spell, is going to be done on, just a bonus unit, doesn't matter who. We're going to use the old Aerith because she has the healer tag. We're going to use Reaper Rune. This can only go on healers as Ihana's STMR. This is going to go on Sephiroth. Now, once you farm the Final Fantasy VII auto buff Reaper material, you don't actually need Ihana's, or you can use both. That'll help. Just give the killer buff to someone else. But I didn't farm that yet, so I'm using the buff. And if you don't have Ihana's STMR, go to turn 2 or something. Aerith and Red are going to use their shifted LB. Tifa is going to shift at LB. That's going to match up Aerith's tag chain, and they're going to chain together. Make sure you click Aerith first, though, so everyone gets the LB damage buff. And then Sephiroth is going to use his shift at LB. And we're going to go ahead and chain these all up and cap it. So the boss has 600 million HP, so we need to do more than 600 million, depending on variance. I usually do between like 6.5 to 8. So I'm always overcapping by more than enough to turn 1 OTK. Yeah, 731. We needed to do only 600. But that's the turn 1 way. I'm gonna do one more clear just to show you, the quick. You can do it really quickly. But if you can't do it on turn 1, just extend it to turn 2. Not a problem. Yeah, so that was a low roll on Sephiroth. He's done actually a lot higher. That's a bad roll. We're gonna go again, because Sephiroth rolled horrible that time. It makes me feel real bad. Let's go one more time, and then I'll show you the gear and all. But if you can't kill it on turn 1, give someone High Spirit and Provoke, and then use some Dark Resist on the party, and just kill it on turn 2. So we're going to click these guys up, and then we're going to go ahead and chain this up, and we're going to hope that we have better variance on Sephiroth that time, because that felt real bad. He rolled pretty low that time, the first run. Yeah, frequently Sephiroth does more than 600 million all by himself. So we'll see if we got higher at that time. 780, wow. Well, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we're not really trying to show off. We're just turn 1 OTKing it, and we're doing more than enough to turn 1 OTK it. I just wanted to really flex that Sephiroth when he got a nice high roll, but he's underperforming pretty horribly that time. 526, wow. Yeah, Sephiroth, you're doing bad today. Whatever, it's enough to turn 1 OTK. So there's a team I'm using to farm this. So Rufus is just a bonus unit that has the debuffer tag. He's using Dark Breaker. That gives us an 85 break and a 130 Dark Imperil. We are on the Dark party slot as well. Reno is just a bonus unit. He's on an Esper for the Imperil spell because we're doing a turn 1 OTK, so we needed a Water Imperil. That's Tifa's Water Imperil from an Esper. Aerith has the healer tag, and she's using Magi Sherm, whatever, because this gives a castable 150 Reaper Killer single target, and we're giving it to Sephiroth. And again, once you farm the Final Fantasy VII auto buff material, I'm not sure the name of it, put that on Sephiroth, and he will be, you don't even need this, but I haven't farmed it yet. And then, Luck Junction just for more gold. Cetra Descendant Aerith is naked. You can gear her if you want to. Her damage is low, doesn't really matter. But yeah, she's a tag trainer, and her tag LB also does 400 stats and 250 LB damage. You make sure you click her first. Tifa is dual wielding, and I gave her a dark weapon. That way she qualifies for the Dark Visions party bonus. Not to mention we're doing a bigger Dark Imperil, so there we go. Just for turn 1 stuff. Titus's garb, the usual Tifa's earring, and just LB damage versus undead. And I did give her 2 sources of chain speed increase because, she is non-elemental chaining with air because she's not using fire. But whatever. And she's just support damage, because Sephiroth doesn't always OTK by himself, so she brings up the remainder. And then Sephiroth, Titus's Garb, etc. Now notice I'm not using any Clash of Will gear whatsoever. This is because Clash of Will gear will auto-cast every fight. It just slows it down, and I don't need the extra damage. Obviously, if you're not doing enough damage, load him down with all the Clash of Wills gear. You can even start him in the base form with Titus's Garb, and then give him his own STMR in the shift form. It'll be more damage, but I don't need to. This lets me not have to Brave Shift. I'm not dealing with any Clash of Wills gear autocasting. It's just a nice, quick OTK. And there it is, and he's maxed on everything. And yeah, that's the turn 1 OTK that I'm using for Bahamut. I'll use this to farm materials, and I'll craft the stuff. You guys know the way Vision World works. So there it is. And like I said, if you can't kill it on turn 1, give a provoker some high spirit, some dark and fire resist, and just kill it on turn 2 if you can't do it on turn 1. And there it is. See you in a bit.